What's going on? It's your boy Blackout Jones back again with a review of ReZero, starring life in another world, man. Really quickly, I'm on the road to 100 subs, man. Currently, I'm at 94 subscribers, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below so we can reach our goal of 100 subs before the summer season of anime is over. Only 6 more subs, man, to 100, man. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get into this review. So in this episode, Subaru, if you remember, Subaru got cut in half by Elsa Groundheart, or cut a quarter of the way through his body. And what I was wondering was where they were going to put him for the reset. So the reset ends up being right after the first trial, but you know, of course, things never go the same way. You know, if he, I swear to God, if he does anything different from the last time that he does something, the people in there are so fickle. Like Garfield was like, he tried to take it. He immediately, you know, he tried to take the place of Amelia for the trials, and everybody was like, hell no. So I'm like, bro, like literally last episode, y'all was starting to, you know, because Amelia, she was beat down from the trials last week. We saw that, and Garfield was like, hey man, maybe you should go in her place. You know what I'm saying? And like basically the roles reversed with that shit. I'm like, man, these characters are so fickle, man. You know, one week they'll be one way, but when he dies, he tries to, you know, do what they wanted to do. So that's what the show goes show you, man. You know, you gotta lead people the opposite way. You gotta do a smoke screen. Because if you try to make people do what you want to do, they ain't gonna do it. But they gotta make it think that they want to do it themselves. So overall, that was a solid, you know, restart. You know, but moving forward. And all that was telling me was like, oh, you want Amelia to do it? I guess y'all ain't trying to lead this damn sanctuary, or what's it called? Yeah, they all ain't trying to lead a sanctuary no time soon, because Amelia is having a hard time with just the first trial, man. So, that's no bueno. But moving forward, you know, we got a lot done in this episode. So we see that, you know, so Subaru has the wise decision. Because last time he waited 2 days before he went back to the mansion. You know, he hung around for a little bit. But this time, you know, after the night of the first trial, the day after, he decides to go to the mansion and check on things, see if people are still alive and living. Because when he went there last week, you know, or the first time, 2 days after, you know, everybody was already dead and like, no, there was nothing there. He was there by himself also. But this go around, he brings a ram with him, and, you know, and he goes to check on things, and turns out people are still alive. But, you know, the scene with him and Frederica, pretty confusing. Of course, it's going to be confusing because she's under an oath, apparently, and she can't really divulge what's going on.
So upon further review, it turns out that Frederica was actually under an oath, but she couldn't, you know, say that because of the oath. So it turns out that you know, she was going to be taken because she couldn't break against her own will, basically. So somebody is giving her orders on what to do. Somebody is calling the shots behind the scenes, but it's not Elsa. So, you know, upon further review, I noticed that. So back to the review.
But so the main thing with that is that stone, man. That glowing stone that, you know, that it was glowing when Amelia was trying to enter the barrier. That's the main thing, right? We don't know what it does. Obviously, it teleported, you know, I guess it teleported Subaru. And Amelia, she never got teleported, so he went in her place, apparently. So, it's pretty odd. So, things are at play here. Don't trust Frederick. I didn't trust him anyway, to be honest, but maybe y'all got a better grasp with that stone, but that stone is definitely a key part. This is probably one of Subaru's hardest resets, you know. Well, no, I can't say that, but it's definitely a hard reset for him because, you know, Elsa, she shows up halfway through the episode. I was very excited because it was like 16 minutes into the episode and we still had like 10 minutes left. So I was like, cool, we'll get some, you know, some decent shit going on. We'll get more, we'll learn a little bit more. Did we learn more? Not necessarily. Because basically Elsa was just chasing them throughout the whole, and they were fighting for their lives. Ram was actually going to leave Rem and Beatrice. She was going to say fuck him for real and just let him die. but she got overruled. So I mean, this was an odd episode. It was, of course, it's another setup episode, but I wasn't mad at it. We saw a badass transformation from Frederica. She turned into a full-blown wolf dog. That's pretty badass. I like that. But eventually, in the end, you know, everybody dies. Subaru was on the verge of death, but then Beatrice saved him. Which is that good for us? Yeah. Is it good for him? No. It's good for us because, you know, we don't gotta watch this whole shit again. We won't have to watch the reset again. So we'll get some plot progression. Will he probably die later on? Yeah, he'll probably die and it will get reset, but not before Beatrice can get whatever she has to say off and things of that nature. So overall, it was a solid episode, man. There's not too much to it. I think, you know, next time he resets, you know, he has to go prepare, man. I don't know. Like I told y'all last week. Well, no, he has to, because I told y'all last week that he should just, you know, knock the trials out. You feel me? And then go to the back to the mansion. But obviously, time is of the essence. Understand me? So he went 2 days. It was too late. He went 2 days early. He was on time, but she still came that same day. So would he have to knock the trials? Because I don't think he can do the trials back to back to back. I think he would have to do the trial 1 day, 2 day, and 3 days. So he has to have some firepower with him when he goes back to that mansion. This is a very big dilemma for Subaru. Like, I don't know how he's going to pull himself out of this one. But hopefully he can get something done to where as though he can, you know, defeat Elsa. Because Elsa ain't she's not enough for the play. I don't know who can possibly defeat her within that realm, because it was literally like 4 of them. It was well, we know Subaru don't have no real powers, but it was Rem and it was Frederica, and you know, they still couldn't beat her. So it's like that's a solid squad, but turns out that's not enough for her to be defeated. So it's a big dilemma for Subaru. Hopefully he can pull something off, but a solid episode, nice little another foundation episode. I'm sure next week it's going to be even better. But you know, like I said, they're back to their psychological aspect, the thriller aspect. You know, now they're getting more, you know, fantasy aspects of it. So, you know, I'm always pleased by the show. So it's your boy Blackout Jones signing off. Stay corona free, stay sucker free. Have a blessed day. Peace.